Hey guys, it's Leah with Family Heritage Living, and it is February 24th, day 7 of the 30-day challenge of doing a video for 30 days in a row. I just had some thoughts this morning I wanted to share. I noticed that my videos have been coming out a little later the past few days than when I first started this challenge, and to be honest, our internet, we have satellite, but there comes a certain time in the day when it's really hard to upload, and evening is extremely painful for uploading, painfully slow. So I'm going to try to start getting these out more in the early afternoon, late morning type thing if I can. But my thoughts were this: I wonder how many well, let me ask you this question. You know, we were talking about living more with less, and you guys know our lifestyle, and we've rejected so much of modern societal ways, and, you know, we've got people that, you know, applaud us for it. We also have people that look at us like we're more than half crazed concerning it. But, and this applies whether you're a Christian or not. So if you're a non-Christian viewer, know that this is not simply a biblical perspective, though keep this in mind. I do believe fully that Christians should be more in tune with this than those that are not Christians, because it does go over into it's a sense of materialism of what I'm about to say, and Christians, many of them are very materialistic. That doesn't mean you can't have things as a Christian, or it doesn't mean you can't have things, but when those things become addictive, it's not the love of money, or it's not money that's evil, it's the love of money that's evil. So, all right, so this isn't, it doesn't matter if you're a Christian or not a Christian. My question for you is this: if you were to look around your home, and it can be anything, it doesn't matter if you're single, married, kids, no kids, whatever, young, old, middle-aged, if you were to look around your home, how much of your home would actually be like an advertising commercial for new items, for the newer items in the past decade? How much of your time, if you were to stop and really ask yourself, how much of your time do you actually find yourself going to a store? And that doesn't necessarily mean a store to buy something that's non-food. That can be running up to the gas station to get a Coke, or running up to the gas station to grab a candy bar, you know, just so that you're not in the house. Running to the mall just to browse. Even thrift storing, okay? We are a society that is addicted to shopping. And again, it doesn't matter if you're going to the most elite store or if you're going to thrift stores, garage sales. I've shared my and Ron's testimony on this before. It's been years, but I had become addicted to garage selling. And I found that I would, you know, a great garage sale, I'm going to find a great deal, something I really want, you know. But seldom was there anything ever there that I wanted, that I needed. And I had to break that addiction. Antique stores, I still love to go to antique stores, but I can't tell you the last time I went to an antique store. So my point is, it doesn't matter if you're buying something new or buying something old. We can be addicted to shopping, whether you have a lot of money or a little money or no money at all. People in our society are addicted to shopping. The thought of staying home for any consecutive time, I think it drives the majority of people mad. So where this falls into line for my family is we can sit back because we aren't shoppers. All right. Again, we've had our certain addictions and such things, but it's kind of like years ago we had the veiling removed. We see that our society, it doesn't matter what country you live in, the majority of them is a big marketing ploy. We are technically, all we're good for to the powers that be is to be a consumer. All right, our country has turned into, over the past century, consumerism. And so our ability to make money to buy things, most big businesses are totally dependent upon us, and we keep feeding those businesses and unwillingly not even realizing that we're keeping ourselves totally we're being used. I mean, think about it. If you stop and think about it, think about the advertising. If you have a TV in your home, if you do internet and you don't skip the ads, if you listen to the radio, you driving down the road, you see billboards, you go to stores, you go to the gas station. One of the most absurd things I believe, and I can't even fathom, are the TV screens at a gas station pump. It just drives me crazy. My family is so anti-marketing. We are like, we don't let the trend guide where we go. And the only way that we can do that is by not exposing ourselves intentionally to these things, because we understood a long time ago that these products that are before us that are supposed to create when a marketing platform or a marketing tool is used, it's creating for the potential buyer a situation that their life is going to be so wonderful, they're going to look so good, or they're going to have such joy with this item. And you're bombarded day after day after day, and each day you're bombarded hour after hour, minute after minute. So my question, again, it doesn't matter if you're Christian or not, if we're letting somebody else dictate to us what we need, then we let somebody else dictate to us where our money goes. And if we let somebody dictate to us where our money goes, it doesn't matter what type of money we make or don't make. We let them dictate whether we're going to take a loan out for a new car, or a loan out for this type of house, or a loan out for that, or if we're going to save our hard-earned money and use it to buy their product. And it's really, it's alarming how many people don't realize how addicted to shopping they are. Our kids, we have, even when RJ and Josiah were little, I mean, RJ will be 29 this year, we didn't have TV. There wasn't the commercials in front of them. So we didn't let those things didn't dictate to them their interest. What dictated their interest was things that they found fascinating, and it allowed them to develop into an individual, not being swayed by the mass and the population and the current trends and stuff. So I guess my thing for today is, do you feel that you are your own person, or do you feel that you have been bamboozled, not even knowing it, by a marketing campaign, that actually dictates your wants? All right. To me, that's scary when someone when somebody realizes that that's what's going on, or that's what's gone on for them. They start to get to know themselves, and they start to realize, I don't need to go to the store for this. I don't need to, stop what I'm doing. I can be more involved in this at home, or I can be more involved in creating this versus going out and spending this. So it's the having more with less mentality. And again, it's not to say that you don't have things, but you dictate what's important to yourself, and you're not going along with what the current trend is, or what the newest thing is, saying that what you've got from yesterday isn't going to fit the bill, so you have to go spend more to get this. And again, I think Christians are some of the worst ones with that. I really do. And I think oftentimes, if we think that we're whether you don't buy anything new, you garage sale stuff, you antique store stuff, not to add to the discarded items. So, because I think a lot of times when we buy new, there's so much waste, and there's so much disrespect for our planet, and for our air quality and our food quality. But we can also be addicted when we buy used. We can be addicted. We can just be addicted to shopping. It doesn't matter new or used. And I think a lot of the time that people have absolutely no clue that they're addicted. I know so many people and have known so many people and have been one myself where I just, I didn't stop to evaluate. And when I realized it was like breaking a habit of, like, whether it was like cigarette smoking or breaking a habit of pop, or sugar, that it was hard to quit running to the store or running up to grab a French fry or running up to grab a soda pop or even a pre-made coffee, something you didn't have to produce on your own. Let alone